Greetings once again, everybody. Today it's just a couple of big boys hanging out on Zoom. My boy Daylon Barr has joined me. This
What's
is
up,
a
everyone?
huge week for you, Daylon. I was just telling you, not only did you get engaged, congratulations.
Thank you.
Not only did you get some TV time on Sunday at the ROVAL,
I did.
congratulations.
Thank you.
But you're on with me in the Frontstretch wrap-up. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this.
That's the most important thing that's happened all week, honestly.
Yeah, I
Last
buried the
7
lead.
days.
Yeah, huge week for you. You must be buzzing.
Absolutely massive. I am so honored to be a guest on the Frontstretch wrap up. Like, this is the culmination of everything that I've done in my entire carear.
Well,
This
it
is what
should
it's
be.
all led up to.
How's the weather down there in Florida? Is it
Beautiful.
as it is here in Virginia? It's raining.
You getting the remnants of Delta there, huh?
Yeah, guess so.
It's absolutely beautiful. I just had lunch on the pier with my father and my grandfather. He's in town. They're both in town. So we went and had some lunch and a beer. And it's probably 85 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Visibility's great. Perfect beach day.
Love that. You gonna head over there after this? Take me with you, please.
Probably not. Yeah, I just got off the plane 3 hours ago, so
This is true.
I'm a little tired still from working yesterday and the weekend. So
Well, thanks for
I'll
hopping
probably
on with
take a
me.
nap.
Let's chat about where you were, which was the ROVAL. We'll get to Cup in a
The
minute,
ROVAL.
but I want to talk about the rain, monsoon infested
Yeah.
Saturday that we had. I think only one piece of your equipment broke, and it was your scanner. Everything else is working okay?
Yeah, and the scanner actually worked on Sunday once I put in a fresh pair of batteries and put it in front of the hotel room air conditioner overnight. So
Good
it
stuff.
dried
Well,
out.
that's a success, I would say.
Yeah, one of my lenses was a little bit hazy on the inside. It's just caused by going from such a moist environment, like being in the rain all day, to a dry, cool environment like a hotel room, and then back outside into a humid day like it was on Sunday. So it's easy fix. Put it in a garbage bag, put a bag of rice in there with it, and I'll take all the moisture out of it. No big deal. All good to go. Sony makes some great stuff.
Paid advertisement right here on the Frontstretch wrap up. What did you think of what did you think of the race on Saturday in general, though? I unfortunately was actually not able to watch it live, but following along on Twitter, seeing the highlights, it seemed like somewhere in between you know what show and also like well, even though it's a you know what show, I'm okay seeing this once in a blue moon. Where did you fall on that spectrum?
So one, it was absolutely miserable to just function and exist in. Like no
I can
one,
imagine.
there's not a single soul on this planet that will tell you straight up that they enjoy working in the pouring down monsoon rain. I assume especially the pit crews, and all the NBC camera operators and photographers like me, we're absolutely soaked, miserable, whatever, doing our jobs. But man, I was completely okay with it. I had more fun on Saturday than I did on Sunday, despite being so miserable, just because it was so different and so out of the ordinary that, yeah, like you said, I'm completely okay with doing that once in a blue moon, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that the red flag in the middle of it was probably something we could have done without. It still rained just as hard afterwards. And the water was still puddled up. So no matter what they were going to do, it was going to puddle. So we probably could have got done before it got dark, which the darkness kind of sucked. So that's probably my only complaint other than, being absolutely soaked. But who would have thought that we would have had 2 races at Charlotte Motor Speedway this year affected by a tropical storm?
2020.
Because May we rained out. What was the Wednesday race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We rained out the Wednesday race and raced on Thursday because of a tropical storm. Well, this one we actually raced in.
I'm glad we got the races in. And Sunday, obviously, we started on some wet weather tires, rain tires, and then once the track dried out a little bit, people started switching onto slicks. I really enjoyed that part of it because you could see the different strategies that came out of it. And wouldn't you know it, the 13 team of Germain Racing snookered everybody at first, at least. And Ty Dillon won the first stage because he was one of the first cars to put on the dry slick tires. And then everybody kind of just fell into place. And there was a lot of wrecks, but there was a lot of people that were involved in those accidents that came back up through the field like super, super quickly. So I think overall, like Sunday wasn't as crazy as Saturday, but I think in a way that's better for a cup elimination race when it's the highest stage of auto racing that you have. In general, I thought that it was a very respectable, good show. What did you think about the race on Sunday?
I thought it was a good race too. That first stage, man, was that so interesting just to watch and just see the differing strategies. That competition caution and midway through that first stage when they started coming down for green flag pit stops, I was on the front stretch shooting and I'm looking at the cars. I'm like, okay, I know someone's going to gamble and take slicks. And I was surprised with how many cars actually did take the slicks on that first pit stop. It was pretty damp and it stayed wet throughout 3 and 4 for quite a long time. It obviously played out because the banking, it dried super quick and then we got some sun. That was awesome. Like flat out awesome. I wish we could see that week in and week out in NASCAR with different tire strategies like that. But you know, we have tires that last for stages and whatnot, but that was really cool. We had the wet weather tires. We had people searching for the moisture to try to keep the tires cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
With altering their racing lines and that sort of thing with the Mon, people trying to stretch them. And I don't know if you saw some pictures of the tires that came off the cars after that first stage of the people that stayed on them. Yeah. They were bad. They were really bad. I'll have to say, standing along the fence on the front stretch, the tire rubber that came off was probably similar to a short track. How much rubber they were throwing off the tires with how soft they were and how quickly they were degrading.
Interesting. That's a cool perspective.
So I really enjoyed it. Like you said, it calmed down once it went all dry and you know, we had the guys that you thought would perform well come back to the top, i.e. Chase Elliott, who is one hell of a road course racer. Same thing with Kyle Busch. You know, he cuts down a tire on the 14 car and then, you know, all of a sudden he's back up in the top 5.
Right.
Starts from first in the restart. I thought to myself, man, this is it. He's got 3 Toyotas behind him. It's his time to just walk away and win this thing. But
Truex got caught speeding too, and he was right back in the top 5 in no time.
He was right there. I mean, Chase had a loose wheel, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a loose wheel, so he had to pit as they were coming to green. So he was way behind everybody. He got a caution, caught back up, and he was right back in there.
Yeah. The only thing I would say sucked for the Cup guys on Sunday, driver-wise, is if you went off track anywhere where there's grass, you're getting stuck. You know, we saw that with Ryan Blaney's spin there late in stage 3 from the lead. He got over there into the pond where Brandon Brown dug his car into the pond, and that was tough.
I know you mentioned Chase Elliott. There's no real way to say it other than he is leaps and bounds the best road course racer in the Cup Series. I thought it was close going into this weekend with Truex, but I don't think it's even close now. I mean, 4 road course wins in a row, back to back at the ROVAL. The guy's unbeatable when you're going on a road course nowadays. So when he saw the 2021 schedule, he's probably so happy.
I'm gonna go ahead out there and say that he's the best road racer that NASCAR has ever seen.
Wow.
And we're seeing him, like we've seen that bud, we've seen that bloom, and now we are basking in the presence of the best road course racer that NASCAR has ever seen.
Don't you think it's a little early to say that though, or do you think that he's already proven himself?
I think he's already proven himself. He's won. I think I saw the numbers. It was 41% of his road course starts.
Something around there, yeah.
And Jeff Gordon only won 19% of his, despite.
But the sample size is different though, because although next year is going to be different, but I was listening to a podcast this morning too, and they were talking about how back then you had 2 every year, and Chase has been around in the Cup Series where the past few years they've had 3, and next year they're going to have 6. So the stats are going to be a little bit jumbled up, but skewed, based on pure talent, I think come back to me in like a year or two, and if Chase wins like 4 or 5 more in the next 2 years, which is very possible considering there's going to be 12 of them.
We
that could be true.
We may see a few shakeups with the next gen car in 2022.
For sure.
Who knows? We may see AJ Allmendinger come back and run that car, and it's very similar to a sports car from what I understand. Right. So he might have a leg up on a lot of these other competitors if he does come back and run some of those 6 road courses that we're going to have in 2021, and who knows in 2022 what we're going to have.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, and I'm excited to see a lot of people try to get their feet wet with the Circuit of the Americas, Road America, the different courses that we're going to have next year. But I think at the end of the day, it's still going to be the 9 car that's going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everybody.
Leading laps,
winning stages, getting those playoff points, and even so, like looking way ahead to next year. I mean, you got 6 road courses; those are a lot of playoff points that Chase Elliott theoretically could garner together and then have going into the postseason that he could ride with a possible Final Four berth. So that's going to be something to watch.
Don't forget that we also have the Clash on the Daytona Road Course,
right?
In Speed Week. So that's another one that he can go and win that, probably won't be counted in the stat book because it's not a point paying race, but that's still, another one. We have 7 road courses next year. That's pretty incredible for what the NASCAR schedule has been for the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah. Well, Daylon, I got one last question for you. It's about next week in Kansas. Obviously, starting the round of 8, you had Austin Dillon, Eric Almirola, Kyle Busch, and Clint Bowyer eliminated from the playoffs this past weekend. I know you're going to be in Kansas. Everybody's asking, is Kansas for farming?
Kansas is for farming.
Okay, good. Now, glad we got that under control.
Now, are you talking Kansas, or Kansas, Missouri?
Can I say yes?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Man, I don't know about you, but I was pretty surprised that Kyle Busch just didn't have it there. Like him and Adam Stevens made that non-pit call and ran out of fuel, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe they made their bed like that and didn't advance.
See, I can believe it though. And
it's the course for 2020.
Yeah. Well, and this will be the last point, but I can believe it. I didn't have him getting to the round of 8 because I didn't think that he was going to be able to just flip that switch right when the playoffs started or in an elimination style round or race where he needed to win a race. I didn't think that he was going to be able to do that. Now, going into the ROVAL, I thought that out of the 4 drivers below the cut line, he was going to be the one that had the best chance to win. But I still didn't think that was going to be realistic because of Chase's prowess, Truex's prowess, and all the other guys that are also below the cut line that were going to be going for broke. I mean, Bowyer led some laps up there earlier. So I don't know. I'm surprised in the grand scheme of things because we've never seen a defending champion be eliminated this early with this championship format. But at the same time, it is par for the course for 2020, and it's not out of character for what we've seen from Kyle Busch over the last calendar year. He's only won once. It happened to be at the best time possible to win the title, but this has been what Kyle Busch has done the past year, which is crazy to think about, but it's just how it is, Daylon. That's how it is.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, Daylon, tell me this. Where can everybody follow you and your work on social media? You got some fire pics. I know your Insta is hopping, your Twitter's hopping. Where else can people follow you and all your work?
So Twitter's my main point of social media contact. You can follow me at Barr Visuals. That's Barr with 2 R's. My Instagram is the same handle at Barr Visuals. I do have a Facebook page. I don't really do much on it. So if you want to send me a friend request, my name's Daylon Barr. I accept and decline on a case-by-case basis. I try not to overrun my personal Facebook, but if you really want to be my friend, feel free. I do have a LinkedIn. I don't update it ever. So, but yeah, I'm if you don't know who I am, I'm a NASCAR photographer. And I cover all 3 series and some ARCA stuff. So, I usually have some good photo content provided on my social media channels. So,
and if you want to learn more about Daylon, check out the Victory Lane podcast, 2-parter with my boy Daylon. We talked about his career, getting started in the industry, everything about this man. So if you want to learn more about it, check that out. But until next time, Daylon, thank you for joining me. This was very fun.
Of course, buddy.
We shall do this again. Thank you for joining me once again. I'm glad that you're dry. All your equipment's good. Stay safe getting to Kansas. Enjoy your time there, and we'll be following you on social media to see some of those fire picks.
Thanks, Davey. I appreciate it. I
got it,
hope you and everyone enjoys Kansas this weekend on TV.